Good morning, students. Today we are going to learn about the cash book analysis. So, in the last chapter, we studied about how to post the journal entries from the transactions, different type of transactions, and we learned how to the different type of transactions relating to the GST and some peculiar items. How we have to post that. How we have to record that transactions and some of the rules and regulations regarding the to write the journal entries. Okay, so journal entries is from the journal entries, the next we are going to learn about the cash book analysis, and we are also going to learn simultaneously we are going to learn about how to post the journal entries into the ledger. So there is no need to study separately, that is from the journal entries how to post the ledger. From the in this chapter itself we are going to learn how to post the ledger, how to post the journal entries into the ledger accounts. Okay, so in this analysis, so before going to do the problems, we have to know what is mean by cash book and what are all the type of transactions recorded in this cash book. Okay, and what are different types of cash book, and there is what is differences between the cash book and the journal entries, and what is the differences between the cash book and cash account. Okay, so before going deep into the chapter, that is problems, we should be very thorough in the theory part. Okay, so this cash transfer in the cash book and all the cash transactions as well as the credit, it is the in the business organization there will be definitely both the cash and the credit transactions. Okay, so cash transaction means we already studied, that is it may be as a payment or the income. If it is a credit, it may be the credit sales or credit purchase. Okay, so in every organization they will prepare a separate book called as a cash book, and in that book, from the name itself, it indicates that only the cash transactions be recorded in the cash book. Okay, so cash transaction means both cash receipts and the cash payment. Okay, so it is also like a ledger account. So we still we are not having you are not having the knowledge about to prepare the ledger account. So by studying the cash book, how to record the transaction in the cash book, you will get some more knowledge about how to prepare the ledger accounts, because the cash book is similar to the ledger accounts. Okay, so it is very simple. If you are thorough in the theory part and to very thorough in the journal entries, it is very easy to open the cash book, and if you are having the thorough knowledge to analyze and to separate which transactions or the cash transactions and what are all the transactions or the credit transactions. Okay, so by reading the transactions we have to know whether it is the cash transaction or credit transaction. I already explained how to understand that type of transactions. Okay, so it is one of the ledger account. It is a type of ledger account. Cash book is similar to the ledger account, and I will explain how to prepare the cash book and how we have to, there is certain rules and regulations of opening the cash book, and there will be columns, and the journal entries we used only the single page, that is the date, particulars, JF, debit amount and credit amount. So in this ledger accounts, that is cash book or ledger accounts, whatever may be, we have to use the two sides. in your accounts note, you have to use the two sides of the account note. Okay, so so the one side, that is the left hand side, is allotted as a debit side, and in the credit, that is right hand is for the credit. So we have to use the both sides, both pages. Understood? Okay, so it is for example, I explain one of that is in the cash book. It's one of some of the important points to be keep in mind is cash book is always the it is one of the book where the cash transactions are recorded. Okay, it may be the receipts and payments. Okay, so that may be the opening balance. Keep in mind. So for any business transaction, they will start with the whatever the book, if it is account or journal entries or ledger accounts, whatever they are going to start, definitely there will be the closing balance. So for example, if the accounting year is January to December, so January 1 they will start a new account from the January 1, but they will carry the amount from the December 31st to January 1st. That is the closing balance of December 31st will be carried forward to January 1st. So the closing balance of December 31st is carried forward to January 1. So it is called as the opening balance on the date of January 1. So December 31 it is called as a closing balance. The same amount it is carried forward to the next year. So from having the balance amount, they will start to record the transactions. Understood? So first we have to know how to record the opening balance. Okay, so the opening balance, we have to see whether the account is, definitely there will be assets, liabilities, expenses and income. No, so cash account, cash is the asset is a debit balance. So opening balance is a debit balance. Understood? Opening balance is a debit balance. Why? What is the reason? Cash is the asset is the debit balance. So opening balance will be appear in the debit side of the cash book. Okay, debit side is in the one the two, we will use the two sides in the notebook. So your left hand side will be allotted as the debit side, and your right hand side page is to be allotted as a credit side. Understood? Okay, so when we are starting to do the problem, you will get the full knowledge about how to record the transactions. Okay, so before starting the sum, first we have to thorough in the theory part. So all in the cash book, it is prepared in the form of ledger, and it is playing the dual role. It is called as a dual role. Dual role means acting as a two roles, because from the transactions, by reading the transactions, there is no need to write the journal entry, but we have to make the journal entry by ourselves, and we have to post it into the cash book, and from the cash book we will prepare the ledger accounts. Okay, so only it is called as a dual role of a journal as well as the ledger. Okay, so all the cash receipt means income are recorded on the debit side. How? Because for example, if it is cash sales, so goods are sold for cash, is the transaction related to the cash sales. I'm right? Okay, so what is the journal entry for the cash sales? Cash is coming inside. Okay, so cash account debtor to sales account. So we are writing we are writing the name as a cash book, but we have to keep in mind cash is a debit. Okay, so we are opening in the name of the cash book. Okay, so what is the journal entry? Cash account debtor to sales account. So to sales account, so we have to record, we have to post that in the debit side. Okay, understood? So for example, if it is the goods purchased for cash, it is the cash purchase transactions. What is the journal entry? Purchase account data to cash account. So in this journal entry, how we have to post in the cash book? In the cash book, there is a two sides, no, left hand side and the right hand side. Okay, so keep in mind there is a two words we will use. In the debit side, we will use the word to. Okay, so in the credit side, we will use the word buy. Okay, so debit side we will use the word to. So in the cash sales, we will post into the debit side, that is to sales account. Okay, so it does not mean that is your that is to sales is a credit balance, but we are posting in a debit side. So there will be the question which will arise ourselves, that is it is sales is a credit, why we are posting in a debit side? This is the major question. Okay, but when we are posting into the ledger, because it is one of the type of ledger, so when we are posting from the journal entry, it is the rule to post into the cash book, by keeping in the mind that is a cash book is, we are making the heading as the cash book. So by analyzing, okay, by analyzing, that is cash is in the top, we have to post into the cash book. Okay, so if it is a cash sales, cash account debtor to sales, we are starting the cash book, so to sales is coming on the debit side. Okay, to sales. So if it is a purchase, what will be the journal entry? Purchase account debtor to cash account. Okay, in this case, the cash account is in the credit. Okay, so we have to post into the cash book as buy purchases. Understood? Because the cash account is in the top, so we have to make the reverse one. So we have to, what is buy purchase means? Purchase account is debited and cash account is credited. To cash account means, to sales means sales is a credit balance, but cash is the debit balance. Okay, understood? This is the simple way. Okay, wow. So it is from the journal entry, we will will post into the, by reading the transaction, first we have to be thorough in the journal entry, and we will post it to the cash book. Understood? So debit side is all the cash receipt, and credit is full of cash payments. Okay, so as per the journal entry, all the cash transactions, only the cash transactions will be come in the cash book. Okay, so it is prepared on a monthly basis. Okay, so it is a financial journal that contains all the transactions relating to the cash receipts and cash payments, and also include the bank deposits and bank withdrawals. Okay, so entries for the cash transaction are first made in the cash book and the ledger posted to the various ledger accounts. First we will prepare the cash book, and then we will post post the transaction to the various ledger accounts. The first procedure is to prepare the cash book. Understood? So when we are doing the sum, you will be very thorough. It's very simple problem. Okay, so the objective of cash book is it record all the cash receipts and payments, and and it is to check the misappropriation of the cash. By analyzing the cash book, it is very helpful to check if there is any mislead by any persons. And some of the features of cash book is in that that is, it is both the primary and the secondary book. It is always has a debit balance, so I already explained, no? So cash book, the opening balance is a debit balance. So what is the reason? Because cash is the asset is the debit balance, so opening balance will become in the debit balance. Okay, so opening balance will be as per the account. Okay, as per the account. If it is, for example, if it is a capital account is a liability, so liability is a credit balance. So the opening balance of capital will be appear in the credit side. Okay, so credit side means we will use the word by balance. Okay, opening balance we will use the word brought down. Closing balance we will use the word carry down. So brought down means B bar D. Carry down means C bar D. Understood? So as per the account we have to do the sum. Understood? So keep in mind, debit side we will use the word to, credit side we will use the word by, and B bar D is the opening balance and C bar D is the closing balance. Understood? Okay. So there is the different types of cash book: single column or simple cash book, or two column cash book or double column cash book with bank and cash columns, and last one is the petty cash book. Okay, so first we are going to study about the single column cash book and some of the similarities between the cash book and journal. So it is both the transactions recorded in both the books, the transaction recorded the date wise and in a chronological order, and ledger folio column will be there. Okay, so some of the similarities between the cash book and ledger is, so it is a format of simple cash book. It is similar to the format of ledger. So ledger is the same format. Ledger is also having the same format. So in the I already explained, no, to and by. The debit side we will use the word to, and the credit side we will use the word by. Okay. So both the books are to be balanced. So we have to balance the each and every book, and also the ledger account. So we will close the each and every account. And it also includes some of the advantages and differences between the cash book and cash account. So what is the cash book? It is the book which is maintained to record the cash transaction, but cash account is type of the ledger. We will see. Okay, so when the cash transactions are recorded in the cash book, there is no need to open the cash account. But in the cash account, that when the cash transaction recorded in the journal, so there is necessary to open a separate cash account in the ledger. So what is the posting? So in the cash book, in the books of original entry, therefore all the cash transactions are recorded, and then it should be posted to the different accounts in the ledger. Cash account is opened in the ledger. It is coming under the ledger accounts. Understood? And it is done in this account from the journal. From the journal we will prepare the cash account, but in the cash book, after recording all the cash transactions in the cash book, then we have to post it to the different accounts in the ledger. Understood? So these are all the types of cash book: simple cash book or single column cash book, two column cash book or double column cash book with the cash and bank columns, and petty cash book. Okay. So first we are going to see about single column cash book. So see the format, single column cash book. This is the format: debit, credit. See the columns: date, particulars, bracket, receipts, voucher number, LF, ledger folio, amount. This is there is a two divisions in your note, no? So we have to use the two sides. Okay, so your left hand side is the debit side, and the right hand side is the credit side. Okay, so you have to allot the columns: date, particulars, and receipt to. So debit side we have to use the word to. Okay, voucher number, ledger folio, amount. In the credit side the same: date, payments, particulars. In the bracket we have to include the word payments, voucher number, ledger folio, amount, credit. Okay, so in the left hand side, the margin, the top of the margin, you have to write DR. It indicates the debit balance. So in the that is another page, you have to write at the end of the margin CR, credit balance, credit side. Understood? So they explained the each and every columns: date, particulars, voucher number, ledger folio, amount. Okay. So see the next one. Points to be remembered while preparing the simple cash book. So what is the first point? That is, cash book serve the purpose of cash account, and cash account is we already said is a real account. So it is as per the rule: debit what comes in, credit what goes out, debit all the receipts and credit all the payments. It is the rule, no? So just like an account, cash book is also bears the debit on the left corner and credit on the right corner. Debit entries are started with the to. Understood? And credit entries are started by. So total of the debit side is always greater than the total of the credit side. Okay, so a simple cash book always has a debit balance. Understood? So if the opening balance of cash book is given, means it should be written as on the debit side, because it is a asset is a debit balance. So opening balance, it should be coming on the debit side. We have to write to balance brought down. If that is the opening balance. Understood? So cash book may balance daily, weekly. So we have to balance daily, weekly, or monthly. Okay, so debit side of the debit total of cash book is always greater. So while balancing the balance, so we have to add the both columns. Okay, both sides, debit side and credit side amount, we have to total, and we have, which say, for example, definitely in the cash book, debit side total will be always greater. Okay, so we have to write the total amount, and we have to transfer the amount to the credit side, and we have to find out the balance. How to find out the balance? That is the total of the debit side minus total of the credit side. Okay, so the balance amount is called the closing balance of cash book. Understood? Okay, so already there will be the opening balance, and we will write in the first particulars. First we have to start only from the opening balance, to balance brought down, and we will post all the receipts in the debit side and all the payments in the credit side. And definitely in the cash book, debit side balance will be more, so we have to add all the amount, and we have to put in the total, and we have to transfer that to the credit side, and we have to find the balance. The balance is how to find out the balance is the total amount of the debit side minus total of the credit side. So we will get the balance amount. So the balance amount is called as the closing balance of cash book. So it is coming in the credit side, so we are using the word by. So by balance, closing balance, we have to use by balance carry down. Understood? Closing balance is definitely the closing date of the month or year. So this closing, for example, rupees 15,000 is the closing balance on 31st January, means, so it will be transferred to the next month of the first date, that is 1st February. This closing balance will be the opening balance of the next month. So we have to transfer this because the closing balance is appear in the credit side. So this closing balance will be transferred to the debit side of the next month. Okay, that is 1st February. How to write? To balance brought down, the same amount to be transferred to the next month. That is called as the opening balance of the next month. Understood? Okay. Okay. So the next one is, so we already studied that when all the transactions that is are given without the party name, if the party name is mentioned, means it is called as the credit sales or credit purchase. So it should not be recorded in the cash book. The transaction not recorded in the cash book. Only the cash transactions, that is called as the goods purchased, goods sold for cash, like that the transactions alone to be recorded in the cash book. When the party name is recorded, means it is called as a credit transaction, so they are not recorded in the cash book. So when transactions are given a party name and cash is also mentioned, understood? See the third that is point, when the transactions are given with the party name and the cash is also mentioned, that is goods purchased from Gupta and Sons for cash are considered the cash transaction, because hence they are recorded in the cash book. Understood? Because there is a word included for cash. But in this transaction, the name, if the name of the person alone is indicated, means it is called as a credit transaction. But if the name of the person is indicated and also it includes the word for cash, it is considered as a cash transactions. Okay, understood? So see the fourth one, discount allowed. We already studied, no? Discount allowed or received will be recorded through the journal entry. Okay, so if there is a discount allowed, we already know discount allowed is expenses, so we have debit the discount allowed and we have to credit the name of the person. Okay, so discount received means it is the income, so we have to debit the name of the person and we have to credit the discount received account. Understood? So a discount, if there is a discount allowed, discount received in the problem, means it should not be come in the cash book. So below that we have to post the journal entry. For discount allowed and discount receipt, we have to post a separate journal entry below the cash book. Okay, so see the first sum. Prepare a simple cash book from the following transaction of August 2018 and also post them into the ledger. Okay, so 2018 August 1, see that balance of cash in hand, it is called as a opening balance. Okay, so this amount will be is the closing balance of July. So July closing balance will be the opening balance of August 1. Understood? So some other transaction is also included. So see the sum. So solution in the books of the no name is indicated in the sum, so no need to write. So we have to start in the books of. For example, if the name of the person or concern is given, means we have to write in the books of Ram and Co, in the books of Kannan and Company, like that you have to fill that. Okay, and we have to write as the center of the that is as a center of the debit and credit side, we have to write as a center, we have to write the cash book, and in the left corner we have to write D, or it indicates the debit balance, and the right corner we have to write C, or it is a credit balance, and put the columns properly. Date, particulars, LF amount, date, particulars, LF amount. Okay, so first one is the balance of cash in hand. It is the opening balance. So cash opening balance would be come in the debit side, because this is an asset is a debit balance. So August, put the date. If it is the opening balance, I already explained, opening balance to be indicated as a balance brought down, closing balance is carried down. Okay, so the debit side, all the transactions when we are posting, we have to write the word to. In the credit side, we have to use the word by. Okay, so it is the opening balance, so we have to write to the debit side, so to balance brought down. Understood? Okay, so So write the balance 5,000 amount. See the next transaction, purchases made. So what is the journal entry? First you have to, by reading the transaction, you have to create the journal entry by yourself in your mind. Okay, so what is the journal entry? Purchase account data to cash account. So how we have to post in the cash book? It is called as a ledger. Now we are going to post the journal entry into the cash book. It is also one of the kind of ledger. Understood? So see the keep in mind what is the journal entry? Purchase account data to cash account. So now we are preparing the cash book. So how it will be appear? By purchase account. It will be come in the credit side. Understood? Keeping the cash as a base. Keeping the cash as a base, we have to post the journal entries into the cash book. Understood? Journal entry is purchase account data to cash account. It is a journal entry. But here we are preparing the cash book. Okay. So how will be appear? By purchase account will become as a by purchase account. Understood? Okay. So next one, paid salary. So what is a journal entry? Salary account data to cash account. Salaries account data to cash account. So this entry is also by salaries account. We have to post in the credit side. Understood? Paid rent, the same. Rent account data to cash account. This is a journal entry, and by now we are posting into the cash book. So it should be come as a by rent account. Received from current. Received from current. What is the journal entry? Received means debit what comes in cash account data to current account. Understood? Cash account is the which is debit what comes in. Current is a personal account. Credit the giver. So by applying the rule, cash account data to current account. This is a journal entry. No. So now we are going to post into the cash book. So how it become? Cash account data to current account. So to current account will be appear in the debit side. Understood? I think now you able to understood the sum. It's very simple sums. If you are thorough in the theory part of the journal entry, it's very simple sum. Just you are posting into the debit and credit. That's all. Okay. Goods sold to Ajit on credit. Whether this transaction will be recorded in the cash book? No. Why? Because it is a credit transaction. So it will not be come in the cash book. Understood? Next one. Paid to Daljit. Paid to Daljit. So what is going outside? The credit part goes out. Cash is going outside. Okay. So we have to debit the name or debit the receiver. Debit the receiver, credit the giver. Okay. So we have to debit the name of the person. Daljit account data to cash account. Daljit account data to cash account. So how it will be posted in the cash book? By Daljit account. Understood? Purchased furniture. Purchased furniture for cash, because the name of the person nothing is indicated, because it is a cash transaction only. So here the name of the asset is included, so we have to debit the name of the asset. So furniture is coming inside, so furniture account data to cash account. Okay, so how it should be recorded in the cash book? By furniture account. Understood? Last transaction, sold goods for cash. What will the journal entry? Cash account data to sales account. Debit what comes in, and we have to credit the sales account. So how it should be recorded in the, how it should be posted in the cash book? Cash account data to sales account. So we have to debit to sales account. Debit side to sales account will be come. And we already studied the theory part. Debit side, it includes all the cash receipt, but you have to by reading the transaction, you have to make the journal entry by yourself in your mind, and then only you have to post to the cash book. Understood? So now we finished to post all the we finished by posting all the transaction into the cash book, and now we have to see the debit side. Definitely in the cash book the debit side balance will be greater. So add the debit side balance, the amount is 9,000. So we have to transfer the 9,000 to the credit side. The same line it will be appear. In which line you are going to make the total? The same line of the credit side you have to transfer to the credit side, the 9,000. Okay. So now we transfer the amount of 9,000 to the credit side. Now we are going to find the balance amount. How to find out the balance amount? By adding all the amount in the credit side. So what is the total amount of the credit side? 4,400. This is the total amount of the credit side. Okay. So how to find the balance amount? That is total of the debit minus total of the credit. So total of debit is more, so we are transferring to the credit side. Okay, and now we are going to find the balance amount. So 9,000 minus 4,400 equal to 4,600. 4,600 is the balance amount. This amount is called as the closing balance of cash book for the month of August. Understood? 4,600. See the date column. Date is very important. We have to write, because it is a closing balance, so we have to write the last date for the month, August 31st. This is the credit side, so we have to use by balance. Closing balance, we have to use the word carry down. Understood? So see that now this closing balance is brought down to the next month of the first day as a opening balance. Okay, so this 31st August 31st, next opening is 1st September. See that how they are brought down to the next month. So the closing balance appearing in the, that is credit side. Now this credit side balance is transferring to the, because the opening balance will always be appearing in the debit side in the cash book. When we are studying about the some other account, that their procedure will be differ. In this, the cash account, cash is the debit balance because it is the asset. It's a debit balance. So definitely the debit side balance will be more, and the opening balance will be come in the debit side only. Understood? So see the procedure, how they are transferring to the debit side. So this is coming next line of the total column. How to transfer that amount? It is coming in the next line of the debit side. So see the date, September 1. This is the opening balance of the next month. So its opening balance, we have to write the word brought down. Okay, so debit side, so we are using the word to balance brought down, 4,600. This is the way we have to post the journal entries of cash transaction in the cash book. Understood? So see that, and also they asked to post them into the ledger accounts. So see, first we finish the cash book. Now we are going to prepare the ledger accounts, ledger posting. So same, the columns will not be changed. The same column, the column will not be changed. Okay, the same column, that is date, particulars, junior folio. That is, here it is a LF ledger folio. Here we are using the word junior folio, JF. In the ledger accounts, definitely we are using the word JF. Keep in mind, date, particulars, JF amount, and also credit side, date, particulars, JF amount. Okay, so now we are, first we have see the credit side. See the credit side, purchase account, salary account, rent account, Daljit account, furniture account. So first we are going to post into the ledger accounts. Okay, so for that we are opening the purchase account. Purchase account. What is the journal entry for purchases? We already see that some purchase made. So what is journal entry? Purchase account data to cash account. So in the cash book we are writing by purchase. So in the purchase account we have to write to cash account. Understood? Okay. So in purchase account, what is it? Journal entry? Purchase account data to cash account. So in the purchase account it will become to cash account, but in the cash book it will be appear as by purchase account. Likewise the salaries. Salaries in the cash book by salaries, as per the journal entry, salaries to cash account to cash account. So there is no such that is entries of recording in the credit side, no. So no need to close the account. Just we have to put the line itself. We can we will close that purchase account. No need to find the balance amount and all like the cash book, because there is no such posting of accounts in the credit side, no. So if there is any posting in the credit side, we have to make the balance. But here there is only one posting in the purchase account. So no need to find out the closing balance and all. Just we have to put the line. So next, see the next one is the salaries account. Okay, so salaries account also it will become as a to cash account. Rent account also it will comes as a to cash account. But see the next one is the current account is coming in the debit side. Okay, what is the journal entry? Cash account debtor to current account. So in the cash book we posted in the debit side, that is to current account. But in the current account, how will be appear? By cash account. Very simple. Understood? In cash book it is appearing is because the transaction, the journal entry is current account, cash account debtor to current account. So in cash book we are posted in the debit side to current account, but in the current account it will be appear in the by cash account. Understood? See the Daljit. Daljit is the, what is the journal entry? Daljit account data to cash account. So in the cash book by Daljit, in Daljit account to cash account. Very simple. See, next one is the furniture account. Cash or journal entry is furniture account data to cash account. So in the cash book by furniture account, in furniture account to cash account. Okay, see the last one, sales account is in the cash book. So we have to prepare the ledger accounts for each account we posted in the cash book. So what are all the accounts we posted in the cash book? For each and every account we have to prepare a ledger account. Understood? Okay, sales account means what is that journal entry? Cash account data to sales account. So in the cash book to sales account in the debit side, but in the sales account by cash account in the credit side. Understood? It's a very simple sum. Okay, so see the third sum, second and third. Second sum is also the same method. Started business with cash, so that is the opening balance. Purchase goods for cash. In the sum they asked to prepare only the single column cash book. So there no need to prepare the ledger account, but we have to learn more. So as a practice for second sum you have to prepare a ledger accounts. Okay, so you have to prepare the ledger accounts for purchase account, balance account, furniture account, electricity charges account, salaries account, sales account, capital account, sham account. Okay, so started business. So in this sum, instead of opening balance, started business with cash. Okay, so in the last sum, the first sum, it is when balance of cash in hand. If it is indicates as a balance, it is called as the opening balance. that is it is a old concern, that is for each and every year it is running, it is a continuing process. But in the sum, it is a new firm. So it is a newly started firm. Now only they are starting the business and they are investing the amount in the business. So there is no such closing balance, and we don't need to transfer as a opening balance. Understood or not? If it is a continuing firm, it is indicated as a balance of cash in hand. That is in the problem 1, that is a balance of cash in hand. It is a opening balance, so only we are putting 2 balance brought down. But in this sum, it is a newly opened firm, so they are starting the business with cash. So what will be the journal entry? Cash account debtor to capital account. It is a journal entry, no? So as per the journal entry, we have to record. Understood? Cash account debtor to capital account. This is journal entry, no? So as this, we have to make the journal entry, and we have to post to the cash book. In this sum, no need to prepare the ledger account, but we have to make practice. So prepare the ledger accounts. And see the third problem. It is also they asked to prepare a simple cash book with the cash column, and in the sum also they asked to prepare the ledger accounts. Okay. So in this sum there is a cash balance. So there is the opening balance in the third problem. So there will be opening balance. So 2 balance brought down. First you have to write the opening balance, and then only you have to post all the accounts and prepare the ledger accounts too. In the sum they asked to prepare the ledger accounts. So first you prepare the simple cash book by opening balance and post all the you have to keep in mind the journal entries by yourself and post into the cash book, and prepare for each and every account you have to prepare the ledger accounts. Okay, understood? So the first 3 problem is a homework. So understood the concept. It's very simple. If you are thorough in the journal entry, it is very simple. And keep in mind this all the rules and regulations. That is debit balance. We have to write the word to. In the credit side, we have to write the by. Opening balance brought down. In closing balance, if it is indicated as a carried down, and how it should be transferred to the next side. All the rules, it should be very thorough. Then in that means it's very simple chapter. Okay. So do the sum or first sum, second sum and third sum. In the second sum, you have to prepare the ledger accounts for each and every account. Okay. Thank you, students.